Hey Ty, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. I told Cassandra to give me your information and so I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions about what you shared at her event. And I don't know if I could I guess send you
Yeah, I give you.
okay.
Yeah, let me give you. You got something to take down my number?
I do.
504
Mm-hmm.
301
Mm-hmm.
6330.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. It is so good to see everybody here on tonight. We are ready to rock and roll on a Tuesday. We are going to be learning about money on tonight. So I don't know about you all, but it's one of my favorite subjects, if not the favorite. And so since there's a lot of money is something that we love to talk about, why not find out the proper way to use it, the proper way to experience it, and how to do well with money. So I'm not going to talk long. I just want to do a couple of introduction housekeeping things so that we can let Miss Leah and her team have all of the time. So with that being said, I'm going to show you guys a little slide. Just kind of pay attention. I want to make sure that everything is covered. If you have a question, you can put it in the chat if you're with us on Zoom. If you are joining us from YouTube, you can put it in the comments. We are going to respond as soon as possible. And we will also make sure that you have our email addresses in case you need to send us an email later. And if you are watching the replay, yay for you. You can still contact us as well. We do monitor the comments on YouTube. And then, like I said, if you're watching the replay, you can shoot us an email. So put your questions in the chat and we will do our best to get them all answered here on tonight. And if not, don't worry, we'll make sure that we reach out to you and get the information to you guys. So, so tonight, like I said, this program, even though you registered through martinbusinesssolution.com, we appreciate you all. But tonight, because this class was at no cost, it is being sponsored by the AK Legacy Foundation, where we thrive on educating our communities all over the country about the importance of finances, and as well as linking us with partners that will do us right, give us the right information. This is the information overload generation. You can go on Google or YouTube and type in the word money and go for days. And so it is so good to partner with people like Miss Leah that's going to give us some good information, some solid information that will not steer us wrong. So once again, we want to thank the AK Legacy Foundation for sponsoring tonight's class. And at any time that you want to give a donation, sow a seed, just be kind and do any charity work, you can go to the foundation website and give a donation. This is how they continue to sponsor these types of workshops. And so with that, I'm going to bring on Miss Leah Hall. She has let me see, where is I'm supposed to have my book. Oh my gosh, it's on my shelf. I'm going to get it, and I'll make sure before we close out tonight, you guys have got to get this book. It is phenomenal. It's an easy read. It's understandable. It has a little humor in it. And so I love it. And then, if you like me, I need a few pictures along the way. So there are some pictures in there to keep us engaged. And so Miss Leah is going to come on. I am going to get out of her way and let her have the floor. So Miss Leah, come on, tell us a little bit about you and how we can get in touch with you, and then do your thing.
Okay. Thank you so much, Candy. I appreciate you inviting me and the AK Illiteracy Foundation. Just to let you know a little bit about me, I am, again, Leah Hall, as she explained, and I came into finances kind of a roundabout way, just a little backstory and history. I had made a couple of financial mistakes, as we all do, and I didn't realize the impact of my mistake until later. I am a school teacher, full-time school teacher. Even now, I teach 6th grade science, and 2020 was something else. We're all kind of still in that zone of having our kids at home. I still have kids at home. I teach full-time, but after I made this mistake, I was like, wait a minute, I am not the only one making these kinds of mistakes. I've got to learn better so I can do better. And I did that by, talking to someone, at church, a lot of times we'll just be talking and sharing. And I shared with one of my church members, Mariko Walker, who's joined us on the call today, that, I made a mistake. So he was like, oh my goodness, I wish you had talked to me sooner, because these things can be avoided when you work with a financial professional. So that's how I just started working with him. He got me back on track. And you need those people in your life, like Candy Martin. She does taxes. She helps with a lot of different things in the community. You need people in your life that are in the know so that you can grow and do better. So tonight, just wanted to share with you some investing concepts. I am a licensed professional now. Some years later, I decided to join the community of learning how money works. I work with a financial company called How Money Works Company. We have a book, as Candy mentioned earlier. And I just got passionate about it because, like I said, everybody needs to know this information. This is not something that should be hidden. It should be shared. And so, again, I am licensed. So I will be sharing with you basic concepts. I know you've heard of the SEC, you've heard of FINRA, you heard of, the business community. I am obligated to only share with you general concepts tonight. So I just want you to take this journey with me, this financial journey with me. 7 money milestones, compound interest, the rule of 72, building wealth, and the time value of money. The QR code that you see on the screen, and I'll share it again later with you, is basically just information that if you want to know more information, then I can reach back out to you, you can reach back out to me, and we can have the one-on-one conversation so that you can get your personal questions answered. We will do that for you, but not in this general setting. So rules of engagement, I want you to participate. If you have a question, put it in chat. If you have a question, you can put it on YouTube, like she said earlier. And there's a no judgment-free zone. Like, we are here to learn. We're here to get all the information and just here to help. So the How Money Works Company, who are we? We are a financial education company. Our goal and our mission is to educate communities so that we can stop being a sucker, as the book says. And we've been seen on CNBC, ABC, Fox News. It's just our heart and our mission is to educate so that we can make better financial decisions. What do we teach? We teach realities. You know, like Candy said earlier, there's a lot of things you can find in this information age, but you then have to take it home, figure out what's going to be best for you, and deal with your reality. Concepts, you know, what are the basics? How do we know how money grows? How does it work? How do you invest? And then strategies, not just how, but to what and the when and the timing and all of that put together is how we teach people how money works. So this is not news to you, but financial illiteracy can cause poverty. You know, when you don't know what to do with your money, you don't know, and you make mistakes like I did in the past. You're in debt, you're stressed. When you don't have enough money to make ends meet, you don't have enough money to, you know, you're going check to check, it's stressful. And it can end in divorce. You know, it can even end in you being confined. So 44% of Americans don't have enough cash to cover a $400 emergency. Before you invest, there's things that you need to do to prepare. You know, some people say, just start, just get started, open up an account. Again, we deal in realities, and the reality says that emergencies are coming. You have to plan and prepare for them. 43% of us are still paying student loans. They're never ending. They're not going away. You can't put them in bankruptcy. What do you do with them? We have solutions for them. Credit card debt. You know, we're going to talk about interest and how all of that works in this class. And you have to deal with your credit card debt and how you spend money. So what does this whole financial picture bring to us? What it brings is that there's problems in our American family. We're not teaching our kids how money works. We're not, you know, putting our money in the right places to help it to grow. And then we don't have enough for retirement. So these are huge problems that all American families, you know, people say the 1%. Yeah, that means 99% of us are not doing as well. What we do, the concepts. So basics are 7 money milestones. What do you do before you start investing? I'm glad you asked, okay? So let's look at this. It's a financial roadmap. It's like a GPS. Where are you now? You need to learn more, get your financial education. We'll send you a How Money Works book. Then you need to take it to the next step and get properly protected. If something occurs, you have to mitigate risk. You can't just go willy-nilly and say, oh, I'm going to invest, and you have not protected your family. And, you know, I have to say that, you know, I might step on some toes, but I believe in the truth and I believe in realities. For you to set up a certain account or a page, GoFundMe, and you have not taken care of your family, I honestly believe it's irresponsible. Love your family enough to put things in place, to make a plan. Emergency funds, like we just talked about, 2020 has taught us that there will be emergencies and there's things that you have to take care of. You know, debt management. How can you start an investment account if you haven't taken care of your debt? High interest payments will kill anything that you thought you were growing in your investment accounts. You're paying interest over here to, you know, different credit card companies, and you haven't taken care of that. And so it doesn't make sense to start an investment account when you have other things to deal with. Cash flow. Some of you may say, well, I don't have enough money to grow in. I don't have enough money to invest. Well, let's deal with that. That's something that we deal with. We help you figure out where are the leaks, you know, and we're going to talk about that later on. And then building wealth. That's why we're here today. And the last thing we cover is protecting your wealth. So we give a full financial picture, a full comprehensive, suitable fiduciary plan in place for you so that you know exactly what your money's doing and you can invest confidently knowing that you're doing the right thing with your money. So what are some strategies? Well, there's all different kinds of strategies. You know, there's one that can do zero market risk. You can add long-term care, you know, high costs of health insurance and you know, all of that long-term care issues are coming. We're not getting any younger, so you want to take care of those things. Tax deferred growth, tax-free income, and a tax-free legacy. The question is, what strategies do you have in place to help you take on your financial future? So how does your money grow? Let's go ahead and write some things down. You do need to get a pencil and paper. There's different ways that your money can grow. As you see, there's fixed, which means there is a steady growth, but as you can see, it's at a very low rate. There's variable, meaning you are invested in the market. And as you can see, that red line, it's just going everywhere. It's going up, it's going down. And, I definitely want to say that, can you make money in the stock market? Absolutely. That's why we're here today, to talk about a little bit about that. But can you lose money? Absolutely. So there is risk in the stock market, and you can't mitigate that without a plan. So there's also something called indexing. In indexing, as you can see in the red line, it grows, but it's not participating in the market when it goes down. Indexing can grow with the market, but you're not in the market. So I just wanted to kind of break that basic thing down about how your money can grow. Compounding interest. It is a beautiful thing when you understand how it works. So what is it? Compound interest is interest on interest. And what that means, it kind of means it's like when you put in your basic principal amount, your initial amount is going to grow based on the interest. Well, the next year is going to take what you originally put in plus that interest that it grew. That total balance is then going to grow again. So that is how compound interest works. Here's another example. Rockefeller. When he was young, his mom actually told him that you should, you're making money doing odd jobs around the house. You should, in the community, you should loan about $50 to a local farmer. So of course, Rockefeller did what he was supposed to do. He did what his mom told him to do, and he lent the money to a farmer. Well, when he was recording his information at the end of the year in his ledger, okay, a side note, you have to keep track of your money. Then he realized that what he put in from being with the farmer, like his money grew to $3.50, was actually more than him working hard picking potatoes on his own dime, on his own hard work. And that way, that then led him to an aha moment where he was like, wait a minute, my money can grow. And that's when he understood compound interest. Once you understand that your money can grow, your money can work hard, your money are your workers. They don't ask for time off. They work 24/7. They can work, and you have to get your money working for you. And so compound interest is one of those basic concepts that we all need to understand, that not just you working, because you work hard, but how hard is your money working? Concept next, rule of 72. So write this down. It's just like a simple mathematical rule where you have 72 divided by the interest rate gives you the number of years it takes for your money to double. So it sounds really simple because it is. And we're going to practice a little bit about it. So go ahead and get your cell phones out, get pencil and paper, and we're going to practice. But this one isn't too hard. 72 divided by 1 is 72 years. So your money's not going to grow for another 72 years. Ridiculous. So what does the interest rates tell you? Again, if you divide 72 by 1, 72 years for it to double, 6 years, 6%, 12 years to double, 12%, your money's doubling every 6 years. Now, I want you to think about something for just a moment. You may be thinking to yourself, well, where can I get all of these accounts? There's different accounts that you can get that gets this kind of interest rate. But I want to flip it for just a moment. What is your interest rate on your credit card? Exactly. That interest rate, that means the credit card's money is doubling however high your interest rate is. And I'm giving you a little bit of homework. Like I told you, I'm a teacher. Go and look at your credit card statements. See how much interest you're paying and see how much money you're losing by not taking care of those high interest debts first. This is an example from the book. So Zoe is, a young person, millennial, 19-year-old, she got a $10,000 inheritance. And she was like, well, where can I put my money so that it can grow to $1 million by the time I retire? Well, we all know, like we just did with the rule of 72, 1% only has one doubling period before you retire. Whereas, look at this 3%. It has two doubling periods. So the $10,000 grows to 20, then grows to 40. None of that is exciting. But this is how you can figure out, how do you want your money to grow? And clearly, the higher the percentage or interest rate, the more your money grows. Look all the way down here, 12%. 8 doubling periods in her lifetime. How many doubling periods do you have in your lifetime? Are you running out of time? If you knew that your money was not growing, would you intentionally put your life savings in a savings account at the bank? You would do that on purpose? No. Now, do all accounts have a purpose? Yes. You get direct deposit to your checking account. You can have a savings account with, some money in it. Part of your emergency account, I would say part of it can be in a savings account, but not a substantial amount of money that you're expecting to grow. Because clearly, look at these interest rates. Your money is not doubling at all. And you're actually losing money because it's not keeping up with inflation. So let's do this math right here. So how is this applicable to your everyday life? Glad you asked. In old 401k, let's just say you have about $8,000 and you're at a 9% interest rate. How will it grow? Well, let's do this first. How do you do your own information? Well, first of all, why are you keeping your 401k at a previous job? That's a decision you got to think about. Again, talk to a financial professional like us so that we can kind of help you navigate those decisions, those questions. But I wouldn't keep it at an old job because you're not able to watch it grow. You're not able to put it somewhere else. So if you kept it at your old job, let's just say they're getting 3%, your money's not growing at all. Look at this, $8,000 isn't going to grow and double until you're 69 years old. So how do you make this work for you? Well, you start out by doing the math. 72 divided by your interest rate. We're going to go to 6. 6% into 72 gives you 12 years to double. So you add the 12 years to your age. 45 plus 12 gives you 53, plus 12 gives you 57, plus 12, 61. Wait a minute. Let me get my calculator out. Okay, so let's do this math together. Again, pencil and paper out. So once you figure out your ages, so 45 plus 12 is 57. So it jumps to 16. So that's why I was trying to figure out what was going on here. So 53 goes with the 8 years. So I put all the numbers here and you just have to add whatever the number of years to double to your age to get how it doubles. But look at the interest. The point is, Every 24 years at 3%, basically not doing anything. At 12 years, you have $8,000 growing to 32. Not too cute, but if you put your money somewhere at 9% interest, 72 divided by 9 gives you 8 years of doubling. That's over $100,000 just by moving that money from your old account. So it's really important that you treat your money with respect, that you treat your money like you care about it, and you don't leave it behind when you leave your job. So let's do this other one. And you got to, again, take out some pencil and paper. We're in class. You got to figure out, how does this work? So I want you to kind of do this mental math first, get your calculator out. If you're really sacrificing, let's just say for about a year, and you didn't buy, I don't know, whatever it is you buy, we spend a lot of money on subscriptions. We spend a lot of money, I got to get this purse, or I got to get my hair done. Whatever you're spending your money on, think about how much you can save if you just sacrifice. And sacrifice is a real word. If you just sacrificed and you saved $300 just for 1 year, and you ended up with $3,600, how does your money grow? All right, so take your age, however age you are, and let's get this interest rate. So pick an interest rate that you want to pick. Let's just say, let's do 9% again. So 72 divided by 9 gives you 8 doubling years. Take your age, okay? Add 8 years to the time you're going to retire. And think about, when do you want to retire? Again, all these questions can be answered with help from a financial professional, or you can just, again, plan it out yourself, but it has to be planned out. Put your ages down, then double your money. So I want you to do this math, again, calculator. $3,600 times 2 is going to double to 72, times 2, double to 14,000. Again, keep doing that math. Now, I did this on purpose. I am going to give you the answers, but I wanted you to kind of think about it and do it yourself first, just so you can kind of see how this math works. So again, you take your age, you add the number of years it takes to double, and then you multiply by 2 and double that money each time. Look at the difference between interest rates. Again, 9% versus 12% is substantial. Over $200,000 just by changing the interest rate 3%. Guys, you have to understand how all these pieces work together, and you have to apply it to your life, because if you don't figure out what you're doing, you're going to continue to make mistakes. Another example. So this time, we're talking about how the money doubles and how long it takes. If you have a grandchild, think about what that same $3,600 can do. And think about it. This is just a one-time contribution to an account. If you add money consistently over time to these accounts, that means there's more money on the table. But it's about, what are you willing to put together? What are you willing to sacrifice in order to achieve the goals and dreams that you're trying to achieve? What are you going to do? Because it's time out for playing. And yeah, I did get a little bit serious, but guys, look at this, over $1 million. It's serious. That's serious. If you have a 3-year-old, if you have any kind of grandchildren, teenagers, you have to teach them the importance of, well, you know what? We're not going to go and get Starbucks again today, this morning, because we're going to take this $5, save it, and then we're going to put it somewhere where it can grow. So important to teach our kids. So important that they understand it's not okay to throw away money. Treat your money with respect. Okay, so you may be saying, okay, I'm older, I'm 50. what do I need to do? Well, in this example from the book, she has $500,000 in her retirement account, but she's 57 years old. So what can she do in order to retire? And again, you can do it backwards. Years left to save, divided into 72 gives you the interest rate that you need for your money to double. So this is something that we can work out for you. When do you want to retire? How much money will you need? Answering all these questions about investing. Definitely, again, talk to a financial professional. So talking about building wealth, part of building wealth is avoiding the impact of taxes, losses, and inflation. You have to plan for these events. So what are some threats to, you building wealth? Some of the threats are procrastination, losses, inflation, and taxes. Procrastination is the absolute worst. And the way that you can combat procrastination, part of it is accountability. Who's in your circle? Are you working with anybody to help you make the plan, a SMART goal, a plan, and then put it into action, put it into execution? Inflation, your money doesn't go as far as it used to go. That's it. That's inflation. And you can figure it out by thinking about it, this way. If you bought something in the past, your grandparents used to say, oh, I bought a Coke for 5 cents. Okay, clearly a Coke is no longer 5 cents. So inflation will impact your living expenses in the future. So the same money that you have today will not go as far in the future. So it's imperative that you figure this out and you plan for it. So how do impactive losses works? Well, you think, if you have $10,000 and you lose half of it, that, you just have to get 50% gains to get your money back. That's not how that works. It takes 100% to get all of your money back. So, think about it this way. If you, again, have planned, you have your money in different accounts, which we're about to talk about, you have to have it in different places. Remember, diversity, so that when you have a loss, if you don't have that time for it to grow back, you have other things in place to help you, deal with that. So again, diversifying your portfolio, which I'm sure you've heard, not all your eggs in one basket. That's what you have to do. Taxes. OMG. There's different taxing accounts. And depending on where you put your money, you have to have a strategy to deal with the impact of taxes. So, you have to, again, determine where you're going to put your money. And I would say even diversify against your tax strategies. Procrastination, having someone to help you, having accountability is super important. So let's talk about these taxable accounts. You have different accounts like Tax Now, like a CD, savings account, money market, those different things you're actually getting taxed on right now. Tax Later, which is, you've heard of as tax deferred. That's like your 401k, 403b. Those are the different tax later accounts. Tax Never. I had never heard of this before I got into the financial industry and started learning more about taxes, about money. Tax Never, what is that? Tax free? Those types of accounts is like a Roth IRA or different insurance products. You can get tax-free money by different products. And again, to have something in different buckets is super important. Candy, I want to just pause here and see if there are any questions that I need to answer.
No, but I do want to just make a really quick disclaimer. Before you make any major changes in your financial portfolio, make sure that you consult with a financial advisor such as Ms. Leah and your tax professional, make sure that you take this information, you apply it, but you do so carefully, making sure that you have double checked, because everybody's situation is different and we can't get into specifics here because if it's an open platform, and we want to keep your information safe and secure and don't want to have, any chances of anything getting out that shouldn't, because we do abide by the HIPAA law. So I want to make sure that you guys stay connected toward the end. We will make sure that you get everybody's contact information. Matter of fact, I'll put mine in now. And if you need to get in touch with Ms. Leah or her partners, let me know. We want to make sure you get the right information. So before you dive off, you say, hey, I'm committed. Make sure you do a double check with a financial advisor or your tax professional. That's all I have for right now, but I will monitor the chat and let you know.
Thank you so much. And again, like Candy said, it's so important that if you're not going to learn how to do it yourself, that you get help. Time value money, investing is important, and that's why we're here. To start now, save regularly, and be patient. It takes time for your money to grow, as we just saw. But the longer that you wait, and again, get a pencil and paper and find your age, find your number, write down what you should be saving per month. So this is assuming that you have a 9% interest rate, like we talked about before, how you figure out how much time your money can double in that time using the rule of 72. But the younger you are, again, you're not getting any younger. You're exactly as young as you'll ever be this second, and then you're not getting any healthier. So you have to start now thinking about what are you going to do? Look at age 20. It only takes about $100 to grow your money to $1 million at age 20. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you my age. I'm in my 40s. And look how much it takes me just 20 years later, over $700 a month. Guys, you have no more time. Time is out. Get started. Figure your life out today. And we can help you with that. We can help you figure out what is your financial independence number, because you may be thinking, well, $1 million, that's not enough. You're right. It's not enough. But this is just an illustration of how much you should be saving. And again, a 9% interest rate is pretty good. So you just have to figure out where you're going to put your money. We just talked about different tax strategies, because your exit strategies to those different accounts, they matter. There's a massive need and opportunity for financial education. And I would be remiss if I did not mention that we are looking for people to help us educate the community. It's 72 million millennials are going to get this transfer of wealth from their parents and their grandparents, and they have to understand what to do with it. Baby boomers, it's 10,000 a day retiring, they need help. And then Gen Xers like me, we're right in the middle. Some of us are taking care of our parents. Some of us are still taking care of children. We have to get financially educated, and we just need more people to get educated and to help families. So that's our mission, is to stamp out financial illiteracy so families can dream again. And again, we are looking for people to work with us. Answer these questions for me. What are you currently teaching your children? Better yet, what are you modeling? Do they understand those pieces of saving, investing? Do you have a bank account where your money is growing, or, a different account where your money's growing? Or, is the bank account the best way to put it? Or is it somewhere else you can put it? And then lastly, do you have a financial professional? If you don't, again, you can speak with us and we'd be happy to help. These are the things that we go through: education, protection, emergency fund, debt management, cash flow, building wealth, and protecting your wealth. We give you a full picture of your finances so that you can make informed decisions. And we do that by money discovery. We kind of ask you a bunch of questions, make sure that you know exactly what you want to do, make a plan, and we help you put it in place. And so take action. What action steps can you take in the next 30 days that can get you closer to your desired goals? And if there's anything that me and my team can do to assist you, we definitely want to do. So, Candy, this is really the beginning, because Saturday we're going to go more in depth about different investing terms. We're going to talk more about the different accounts. We're going to really explain some more strategies and scenarios on what it means to invest. So I'm just so grateful and thank you that you gave me this time and opportunity to share my wealth of knowledge with your audience. And again, just would really love to connect.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave this screen up for just a second so that you guys can get Miss Leah's information. And I'm going to share my screen in just a second. We got a few more things that I want to share with you guys before you get off. Because remember I said at the beginning, we had something for everyone that stayed toward the end. And so I want to honor that. And, oh, by the way, I do have my book. Yes, I found it. I really like it. The pages are really good. This is even good for reading with children, adults, older people. This is a good read, and I advise everybody to get with Miss Leah, learn how you can order the book, shoot her an email. You definitely want to put this in your library, and you don't want to just get it to have it. You want to actually read it. So we are going to let me get back into our presentation slide. So Ms. Leah, just like she just said, she's going to be back with us on Saturday. So if you want more information, a more in-depth review, make sure that you join us on Saturday. And it's going to be called Investing 102. Use discount code INVEST when you get ready to register. That code will be live after the class. It's not live yet because I wanted to make sure that everyone that registered got a chance to get the information. If you're watching the replay, goody for you, because you get to take advantage of it as well. The code will be active until Saturday or so, Friday or Saturday. Why wait? Why take a chance? Go ahead and do it today. Do not procrastinate. Remember, that's that word we just learned. Go ahead and register tonight. Once the class ends, you're going to use discount code INVEST. That's going to save you 50% off. And everything that we take in, it will be donated to the AK Legacy Foundation to further the financial literacy. So we've partnered with Ms. Leah and her company on How Money Works so that we can continue the efforts of making sure that our community all across this globe, they get financially fit, that they understand financial literacy. So we thank you for making a donation to attend Saturday's workshop. And if you are watching, use the code INVEST to save 50% off. The registration fee is $19, I believe. So have them for $10. You spend more than that at that coffee place. So go ahead and put an investment so that you can learn how to get your money to work for you. And so I'm gonna leave it. We have any final words, Ms. Leah or Mr. Marcio, Mr. Walker? We got anything that anybody want to add before I close us out?
I just thought it was great information. Congratulations, Leah. That was great.
Thank you so much. And we really do work as a team. Again, he helped me get on my financial road, and you need money mentors in your life. Because if someone is doing better than you, don't hate. Just go ahead and learn what they're doing so that you can do better. And that's the whole point of why we're here, is learning and helping each other, sharing the information, growing our money together is really, really important.
All right. Well, with that being said, we are going to close out our seminar for tonight. Make sure that you register, and everyone that attended, that registered for tonight, you will receive an email with the discount code, but the discount code is INVEST. We hope to see each and every one of you back here on Saturday morning. Make sure you bring a friend, bring a guest, bring the children, the millennials, bring your grandparents, get everybody on here so that we can learn how to make smart moves with our money. And remember, the key thing is just get started. Don't worry about, I don't have thousands and thousands of dollars. You will be surprised how something so small can grow. just get into the habit of doing it. Be good stewards of your money, get an accountability partner, someone you know that you can trust and someone that you can share with, and make sure that you consult with your financial advisor, your tax professional. And like Ms. Leah said, find someone that you see doing things and ask them, hey, what did you do? You'd be surprised. People love to share. And so information is free, but we want to make sure that you don't have information overload. So please connect with us here at the AK Legacy Foundation, Martin Business Solution, and How Money Works with Ms. Leah. And we look forward to seeing you guys back on Saturday. So don't miss out. We hope to see you soon. You guys have a great night.